Hey there everyone, I'm almost done with the Plague Doctor review. I'm getting some of the final footage now for all the skills. I'm trying a recommendation from someone who commented to try to show some of the abilities as I talk about them. That takes a little longer, so I figured while I'm getting said skills, I can also put in a live run here and maybe drop some tips and show a different type of Plague Doctor. So today, we have a very interesting Plague Doctor. I'm just buying a lot of supplies because I can. If I was to do a run normally, let's say, if I didn't have a 2 million gold stockpiled, I'll show you kind of what I would bring. I'd reduce my bandage down to 1, skeleton key probably down to 1, definitely only 8 torches, probably 3 holy waters, definitely not all that food. Let me shift click, there we go. Probably 12 foods usually enough, and medicinal herbs I'd actually keep 4 because of the cove. This is probably what I would bring in, but I'm going to stockpile just to make sure things go okay. I'm not going to bring any venoms because for some reason I have a weird allergic reaction to bring anti-venoms. I don't know why. Let's look at the Plague Doctor to kind of get an idea of what we're doing before we go in. I am doing Incision, still keeping on Blinding Gas because of how good the stun is. We're going to do Emboldening Vapors, and we have Battlefield Medicine. Wow, I'm choking. For you people who like the Abomination transforming, he's going to actually transform today, hence why I'm bringing on a Jester to try to maybe keep stress down. I haven't used a transformation Abomination in a very long time, so this is going to be interesting on how this goes. You might also be thinking, why the heck am I running a Plague Doctor in the Cove without his Blight skills, because creatures in the Cove have very weak Blight resistances. That's a correct analysis, I'll call it. The Cove is very susceptible to Blight, and I probably should, but for the fact that I like short battle rooms over Explore, the Cove is really my only option today.
The way is lit. The path is clear.
But on the usual cases, Plague Grenades, Noxious Gas, Blinding Gas are all very good here. He's still sitting in the third row, right where I want him. Sadly, this fight isn't going to exactly be a full-scale demonstration of what he can do. I also, for the Jester, I'll take off a couple of his abilities. I'll show you what he probably should have on for maximum effectiveness, since he's going to be sitting in the fourth row the whole entire time. And I just need to reread these skills because I haven't done this in a while. Alright. So we'll start off with some of that. Obviously that'll increase that. And I'm actually going to buff up my Highwaymen because he's going to go next. So we're going to want to get an even stronger Grape Shot Blast. Almost one shot. That was very close. We actually left them all alive, which is going to be slightly problematic because I don't have good heals in this party. That's something I should have thought about. I should have focus fired and I didn't. I was a little greedy. I'm used to bringing along a Vestal. That's a slight party error. I'm going to try to correct that as I go forward. Luckily, I didn't take too much damage. And with the Battle Ballad and the Emboldening Vapors, I know my Highwayman's going to be next pretty much. And there he is, and this should be all gone. There we go, see? So it was kind of sketchy. It could have been worse than it was due to the fact, as I said, I left alive some pretty heavy damage dealers. Now, with the one building district you get in Colors of Madness, I think, I do get extra food. Therefore, I have plenty of heals available to me, so that's not a huge issue. I also have the Ancestral Map on the Jester, so I can scout more and also disarm traps more. I don't need the blood. Alright. Oh, that's right. Before I get in, I said I was going to change this. The only thing I'm really going to take off is and put on is Dirk Stab so I can move myself forward. Well, it's going to take 2 times. Maybe so. Actually, no, I'm going to do solo just in case I want to do that, and then I can finale. Other than that, I like everyone and what they have. Here we go. Here's an actual fight. The only problem is both of these guys are invis. Therefore, I can't actually do much about them at all. Therefore, I'm probably going to Emboldening Vapors the Highwaymen again. So hopefully he can Grape Shot critical this guy. And other than that, I'm going to have to transform him. And then I'm just going to have to kind of Mano y Mano the Savage here. And we're going to use Rage. There we go, pretty good. Alright, so 21's the critical, but he almost died. Hopefully I get to go before him next time, so I can do it again. Once again, very good dodge. These dodges are very fortunate. Stress isn't so bad. because I do have that Jester along. Now it's going to be the physical or bleed damage coming right here. Hopefully this doesn't bleed. We're good. Okay. Pretty much that just solved most of my issues, and I'm not going to be too sad about that. Once again, the Highwayman's going to go. Another critical. Once these guys are available, we'll try to take care of them. Now, once again, we're just going to rage. I was hoping for a critical, but it's okay. Another good dodge. I'm getting some really nice dodges here. And now I can actually stun, which is nice. So, well, I guess that's perfect. He didn't go yet. I was hoping to get him. I'm surprised I didn't. I think it was only a 10% chance for him to resist. Okay, now he's bleeding. That's an issue. Now, he also went first. I was hoping we could get to the Plague Doctor so we can demonstrate another skill of his, which helps me not use a bandage. But we'll get there when that situation arises. Ooh, 44 crit. So, Battlefield Medicine here I'll highlight, but I'm going to use a quick key to select it. Obviously cures bleed. That's going to be really nice. And now we're cured. And we're also just going to check stress, and we're just going to reduce it on him, and then we'll pretty much burn through the Savage here. Another fight that went pretty well. Avoided a lot of stress damage and physical damage, which is something that I need. Ooh, he's going to be stunned and moved. Okay. This is interesting. I believe I have point blank. Yeah, I do. Okay. This fight's going to end. I'm actually going to try to solo. Just because I want him to target him, because now I have a whole bunch of buffs. Yeah, 30 dodge. That's quite the, Oh, he's actually going to die if that bleeds. And he's dead. There we go, guys. Never mind. We don't need to worry about what's going to happen.
Perhaps the turning point.
I do actually want to take that trinket, though, because that's worth more. And I think that's damage, so we're actually going to really buff up the Highwaymen there. That's damage, right? 18%. Yep. Cool, cool, cool. Just more money. Don't really need it. Alright, just put on a torch. Eat a couple of food on him. Oops, I missed. Couldn't click it in time. Maybe a small error. Maybe just give him 2 food and him 2 food. I have the food for it. I might as well have done it, because now that I'm in combat, it's not going to be exactly the most useful. And we also didn't get a surprise. Therefore, I can't really set up how I normally want. I am going to stun the back row. I'm used to doing the damage boost so far. However, stunning the stress damage dealer and this damage dealer is pretty important. And I do have most of the damage I need to get through these front 2 here. Therefore, I'm really not too concerned about leaving these 2 guys unguarded. He's not going to do a whole lot, and he's probably going to die due to this rage. And yeah, you're going to die. So now we got him stunned, he's stunned, you're going to do some bleed, which I can take off Battlefield Medicine. This lineup's working pretty well. Though, okay, the block I can actually blinding gas him out of, but I don't know if that's a huge deal yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to rake here, dead, we're going to move. Okay, now I can't unblock him. Therefore, this is getting a little weird now. I can obviously shoot him through that, but 9's not nearly enough. Interesting, okay. So maybe a possible error to this party. Doesn't he have a stun? Maybe that's only when he's not in. I'll have to check what his other ability does. I know it's like a ramming ability, but I don't think that stuns. I think it just moves him forward. We'll have to see. I don't actually play Abomination Soul a lot, so some of their game mechanics are lost to me a little bit. I don't like the fact that they're focusing just the Highwaymen as well. I don't have any strong heals, so any spread damage, spread damage they can do, it just knocks them back. It doesn't. And also decreases their dodge and speed. So, well, we can also just rake, because I'll go through. And if we get to do the Highwaymen, both of them, well, not both of them, but one of them will definitely die. We'll just keep boosting the party. I think I got a fight coming up here. So swap back to my map. Yeah, I might be able to keep one of those benefits. I'm actually going to heal. I believe my Highwaymen should be going first. Yeah, there we go. And there we go. That's exactly what I wanted. Now the thing I need to avoid is getting hit. Hopefully he attacks him or something. I need to not... Dang it. And 9. He might actually go to Death's Door. Okay, he didn't get bled. So this is the only issue. When one person's receiving all the attacks and you don't have a strong healer, it's just problematic. There's really not too many other ways to say it. This was a very evident problem in the lineup itself. I was hoping to get through a little quicker, but I didn't expect the guard, and I also didn't expect him to receive a large majority of the attacks like he just did. But these are things you do have to consider when you don't go with a healer. What happens when one person gets targeted a lot? And do you have the food necessary to maybe bring someone back from the brink of death? Like I said, I have plenty of food, and with this fight, if I can kill off the 2 guys in front, it should be easy, but I don't feel like taking a lot of stress damage. Screw it, we'll leave the stress damage there. We're actually going to try to kill off the piranhas. It's a bold move. I hope it works out. I think it will. I think killing off these 2 guys is the right choice. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to rage the front guy here. I was hoping that would do more towards the top end of damage, and yeah, because I could have killed off both of them. Now only one's going to die. It's not terrible, but it's probably... it's not the worst it could have been. Oh, and he gets healed. Never mind. That is now by far the worst. Because if my Highwayman gets focused twice, he's going to take this once. If he gets focused again, that'll be Death's Door for sure. And at this rate... oh, thank goodness. Ah, good. I was just worried about him getting focused twice again, but now we can probably rake both. Yep. This fight's pretty much cleaned up. I'm not gonna... oop, choking. Jeez. I don't know if I'm gonna stun the back row or not, because all they can really do is stress damage, so I'm gonna take just maybe a turn or two, get just a little 3 HP back every time. Any real stress damage I get, the Jester's just gonna remove, so I'm not too worried. Like that stress wave, dodged it anyways, doesn't matter. And I might actually be able to one-shot the Madman here. Yep, there we go, 34. So it kind of worked out. If I can heal him one more time, give him 14 health, stack another 4 food on him, I can save him. Just gonna keep battling, though I don't think this room coming up is a battle room, right? No, it's not. So I'm not actually gonna be able to keep that effect into the next fight, but it just helps. More accuracy. And more critical to see if we can't just rage this guy down. Which we did. Excellent. I'm hoping all of you Abomination fans out there are getting your fill. This is a very interesting situation to me. Often I don't find myself carrying around an Abomination in his transformed form. And we have 2 more fights. This is a pretty good video so far. Really displaying the... I don't want to say durability, but, you know, pushing this team to its limits. Because you always got to question, as I said, the capability of this team in case they get a lot of damage. But the reason why I wasn't too worried, there's not too many huge damage dealers in the cove if that thrall does not explode. But if that thrall doesn't explode, usually there's not too many. Now, the piranhas can certainly do damage if they get a couple criticals off. They cannot be underestimated. But he's dead. The piranha, I'm actually gonna knife him down with incision now. Because once again, I care more about physical damage than I do stress damage. Therefore, I'm focusing the heavy hitting individuals. And I'm gonna leave now. Ceremonial cut 11. Yep, as I try to say, that they don't do a lot of damage. But even a critical was 11, so it's not terrible. And that was 4 stress damage from a Squiffy guy. Like, it's not a bad situation at all. And I'm hoping this kills him. Ooh, double 26s. Anyway, now we're in the clear. I'm going to heal him up when I get the chance. I'm just going to battle ballad everyone, because Squiffy gas do have a dodge of 30, which is pretty darn good. I probably should have riposted there, but I'm just kind of lazy, which was... I'm going to try to finish him. Ooh, not gonna... Oh, no way. What's that bleed chance? That was like a 20-30% bleed? Nice. That was a lucky bleed. Lucky. I don't mind saying that either. Since I know this is the last room, I'm going to have everyone eat up the fool, because I don't... Even if I get a hunger check now, it's not going to ruin me. I'm also going to give them that, and we're going to go in. Alright. Last fight. Very similar. Well, we've got the Squiffy guest again. Actually, it's not too similar. We got a pretty different lineup in here. Good news is we have some battle ballads from the last fight. We still have, what is that, 2 rounds? I don't know. We have a lot of rounds that kept. We're in a rage damage dealer. Dead in 1 shot. we're just going to keep battling to give more critical, more accuracy. We are actually going to stun, I think we're going to stun the back row. We're going to emboldening vapors him, get him a little stronger, see if we can't maybe one-shot the witch. And we one-shot the witch. Perfect, perfect start. I'm going to argue that the witch is actually a more stronger source of stress than the Squiffy, and this guy can do a little bit of damage, but not a whole lot, especially when he's missing. Now what I want to do is kill this before he guards, because I don't feel like dealing with the guard right now. That's all I'm going to say. I'm just going to keep doing this to try to increase my critical chance. I am going to riposte if I get the opportunity to. I'm going to incision. Okay, the riposte should hopefully kill. I got another bleed. That's some good luck. He's going to die because of that bleed too. That was important that happened. Very good, very, very. Hopefully he gets attacked or riposte. Here's a riposte. He got hit. Not a huge concern. This is pretty much just going to be a cleanup now. Just going to rage him. Ooh, 19. Ooh. Yeah, this is just going to be a brutal ending to this guy's life. Yep. Not even a critical. We burst through that 50%. Alright, so I'm going to quickly accept this. I don't even care about the chest. We're just going to kind of go over how that party just went down. Very good at damage. Pretty good with the back row control with the stuns of the Plague Doctor. Impeccable damage went through too. I mean, that abomination did work along with the Highwaymen when he got a chance to point blank. Just impeccable. The Jester was purely support and maybe a solo into finale cheese if I needed it. Now obviously the drawbacks to it was you couldn't heal any large damage, and honestly that's probably about the only real drawback, but it's a big one because that can make you lose people in the end. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy this team. It's a little different than what I normally do. And now I also have all my Plague Doctor footage, so I can't wait to get that video out for you guys. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe below.